Silverado 2014. We need to replace the discharge AC hose. It's leaking, and I'm gonna have to remove this air duct. Disconnect this.
Are you in need of auto repair, or do you just
hose is right here.
Right. Then turn to your technician, get an auto technician in Laguna Heights.
Right.
Choose auto repairs and full service maintenance.
I'm gonna remove it from here right now.
Computerized diagnostics. They will service your heating and AC, fan belts, timing belts, brakes, including ABS, oil changes, and tuning.
We need to remove it over here. See that connector? This is the hose that we need to remove. This one. See, we need to remove that nut and remove over there on the compressor. See, bottom part. So let's remove it. Put the camera right here. There's no way you can see the bolt or the nut I'm gonna remove, but I showed to you already. Okay, here's the hose. We're gonna change. This is the part number. We need to be very careful on this part. This one goes on the compressor side. Sometimes if you don't seat it right, see, if you don't seat it right here on this part, because this one pushes the other one down. If you don't seat it right, they're gonna start leaking around the seal. So make sure it sits right on its place. Got an empty system already because that hose it's broken. I got the nut loose right there. Take it off. And this is what I'm talking about. The lines, they're together. This one, the liquid line pushes this other one. See right there. It pushes the other one. This is the dye I put to check the leaks. I'm gonna change this seal too because I have to remove this hose. Remove the other hose, the other end right there. See? And now let me remove it from this part. Okay. Let me pull the hose. Right there. Okay. Let me show it to you where these lines breaks. It's right here. Right here on this part, you can see this mark right there. It's where it leaks. See, that's what happened on all these Chevys. What happened on all these Chevys with this kind of hoses right here on this part. See this mark? That's where it cracks. That's where it leaks. I'm gonna remove this sensor to install it on the new one. Okay. Alright. Let me get the new one. Okay, here's the new hose as I showed you before. This one, it's got the same mark, see? The same machine mark. It's gonna leak within what? 2014, within 2018, within 3 years, this hose is gonna start leaking again. They don't sell it. I think this is a dealer. I ordered it from the auto parts, but I think they ordered it from the dealer. Okay. This one comes with the new seal, but as you can see, this mark, it's gonna start leaking. And if it's not from that mark, it leaks from, see how, I don't know if you can see the porosity the machine makes when they stretch the lines. It leaks around here too, on this part. The machine makes like when they stretch or they bend the pipe, it makes like pinholes, and that's where it leaks too. Like on this one, as you can see, it leaks right here. See, that's where it leaks. Right here or right here on this part. See, I've seen so many of these already. This is the first I'm taking video. First one. I've been replacing more of these, but this is the first time I'm taking video on this kind of vehicles, because there's so many trucks that leaks right here, and the people think it's the compressor, and it's not the compressor. It's right here. This porous metal, when they stretch this pipe, it makes like real small pinholes. Or they stretch the metal too much, and causes, I don't know, it cracks inside.
Certified and in full computerized diagnostics. They will
I
service
don't
your
know if
heating
you
and
can,
AC, fan bills, packing bills, brakes, including ABS.
you can see them.
It's Gabriel Auto Technician 413.
They're real hard to see. See in there too, in here, this part. So that's where it leaks. Okay, so let's put the new one in. I'm sorry, this one is from the dealer. It's got some oil already here, and it's got oil right here too. So I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna get it tight. Right there. Now I'm gonna put it on the compressor first, because remember, this one pushes the other one in. It goes together. Make sure it won't bite the lip or something, or get into the right position. Because if you leave it like that, it's gonna be like tilt. It's not gonna seal right here. Okay, so let me change the seal on the other holes too, and then I'm going to install it. Check this gasket. Let's put the seals. We got this one. I'm gonna put some oil right here so it can seal better. Alright. There. Now this one. Got it, this one. Put it right here. Okay, we got it in. Some oil in this one. Okay, now let's put the hose together with this one. This one goes on the bottom, as you can see, and the other one goes on top of it. Maybe you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing down here, because I'm gonna have to use both hands. Let me clean down here on the compressor. Okay, let me put this one in here first. Make sure it sits inside. This part sits right in there. Now let's put this one down there and there. Don't touch the dirt, the dirty chassis with the tip. Okay. This is the hard part. You need to make sure it's seated right. Wiggle it to make sure it sits right on where it's supposed to sit. Now let's put the nut. Not too much. Right now, I got it seated, but it's not right inside. You need to feel it with your finger. Right there, it went in. Inside. You need to make sure it sits right. Need to feel it with your finger. Make sure the gap is closed. There's no way you can see it from here. Let me see if I can show it to you from here. See it from under here.
Or do you just want to make sure your car is running right?
The better thing is to remove that. No, there's no way you can see it. Right there, barely can see it, but it's seated right now. See, so you need to make sure you put the nut all the way down before you start to get it starting to get it tight. See, right now it's seated right on the spot. It'll be tricky on this part, huh? You need to make sure it's seated right. Wiggle it until you get the nut all the way down, and feel with your fingers that the gap it's closed. Because it's got the bolt or the stud right here, and sometimes it hits this part. It doesn't go into the compressor. This part doesn't go into the compressor, so it gets on top of it. And if you try to tight like that, you're gonna bend this part. So make sure you tilt the hose like this and push it in. Push this part in first. Don't put the nut, just put this part in first, because it's a little bit hard right there, under there. There's no room, too much room to move it. But make sure you close the gap. This right here goes the compressor in there. Make sure this gap between the compressor and this hose, or this part of the hose, it's together, it's close together. See, right now I got it closed, got it on. Don't tight too hard or too much. You can break the compressor. Alright, now let's put the other side. Alright, let's put this one, the small one first, in there. And now this one that pushes both, well, the other one. Same thing here. Make sure it enters the pipe in there. Right here is easier because you have a little bit of room. You can see. All right. Okay. Let's get it tight. Not too tight, not real tight. Right there, you got it. Now let's connect the sensor. Pressure switch. Okay. And that's it. Let's put the vacuum pump to work. And I'm gonna show you on the compressor, the hose sometimes doesn't want to sit right into the compressor. Okay, I put the vacuum pump to work, and here's the thing. I'm gonna show to you what happened to the. Let me go over there that it's more light. What happened when you try to put the hose right in there? Got a compressor here, which is the same as this truck. Just to show it to you what happens sometimes, because there's no room in there. I seen this problem, and that's why I'm telling you what happens. Sometimes the people put the hose and they don't seat it. They don't seat it right. Okay, here's the hose, and here's the port connectors. See, we got the suction right here, and this is the discharge port, the one that goes right here. So we're trying to put the hose right here, and let me show it to you what happens over there. See, I'm gonna try to put it right on its place, which is right there, and see what happens. See, it's hitting right there if you don't see it right, but down there you can see it. There's no way you can see it, and the people start getting this nut tight, and they bent this part. So make sure you put this part first. See, it's a little bit hard down there because you need to tilt it like that, and see, and even here it's a little bit hard to put it in there. See, right there. Make sure you feel the gap, it's closed. With your finger, feel right here if it's closed. If you feel it like it's that open, see, don't tighten the nut yet. See, you need to wiggle it and push it in. Down right here it's easier, but down there the pressure goes like that, and it's hard to, with the chassis right here, it's hard to push it in. See, sometimes it's like that and like that, and it's tilt. So make sure you push it all the way and feel it with your finger. That's a tip, so you don't have to buy a new hose because you bent this part. Alright, this hose, it's right here. A lot of people think it's a compressor that is leaking right here, but it's not. It's leaking right here. It's hard to see because, like I said, there's no room. There's right here the chassis close to this, and there's no way you can put the lamp to check where it's leaking. But this one, you can check it with the engine running and with the AC on. It's gonna be bubbling right here. A lot of bubbles, a lot of pressure is gonna it's gonna be coming out from this porous part of the hose of the line. See, right here. So I don't know why Chevy still doing the same thing. I'm gonna buy another hose, and 2 years gonna be the same way. Okay, so let's wait for the vacuum pump do the job, and then we're gonna refill the system. I'm gonna put the air duct already, so we don't have to worry later. charge the system takes 600 grams. 600 grams. Let's turn our scale on. Let's put the tank. Let's put their weight right there. Let's open and turn the tank right there. I'm gonna put 600 grams inside the system. 320, 330, 360. Okay, it's 370 already. I close the valve and I'm gonna start the engine. Okay, I'm gonna inject the rest of the refrigerant, right? 500, 520, 540, 600, right there. 600 kilograms. Got a real nice pressure. It's cold. Let's check right here. There's no leaks. Because as soon as you start the engine, it starts leaking. Because it was a discharge hole. Yep, I see no leaks right there. I can see the holes. There's no leaks. And there's the hose. Got it fixed.
In Laguna High.
We're finished with this hose. Everything is working fine. That's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe.
Technician. GabrielAutoTechnician in Laguna High.